Good day.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
We'll go back to players 8. And we can start launching.
I need mana.
Zombies, not the greatest. So, not my most recommended fight. We'll kill a couple. Call it good. And we'll head this way. It is good experience, but we could just get better experience. Head to Flavi. Now focusing the same thing that we focused before.
I need mana.
Mostly bosses. But if there's just groups of things behind us, just lay down a cloud and let it all get poisoned. More Plague Javelin. Now our res are pretty good. Which is nice. And yeah. Always be careful when you have Aura Enchanted. It's a lot of damage right there with Conviction. We'll go more here, more Vitality. And Cursed Extra Strong. Honestly, I'm just going to avoid the Cursed Extra Strong. There's also a Cursed Mana Burn here, but that one will at least die faster. So, if you can, try and avoid a little bit more of like cursed stuff, you know. I explained the Herald thing you talked about earlier. Step away and miss it, you aren't worth it doing. Yeah, they really killed their drop rates. And on top of killing their drop rates, they also ended up just kind of like they made it so Sunders drop not from them as well. So just doing Andariel runs ends up being faster to get a Sunder Charm than doing Heralds. So that's like the one main thing that they were supposed to be really good at. And it's just like, I'd rather just farm Andariel. So we're in the Black Marsh, and you know what that means. Find the tower and find the waypoint. You can also see we're just leveling like crazy out here. Very nice and easy way to level up. And there we go. We have the tower right next to us. Perfect. Okay, look for some faster run walk. I will take 30 fire res over our 13 fire res. Like I was saying, shopping is so important. It's such an underutilized part of the run. Just looking for boots, looking for gloves, looking for any of these things. So helpful.
What's that smell?
That, for instance, is kind of scary in there. With all those archers plus here. So we're going to just back up and take it slow. And then go back in. Right? Like, there's no reason to try and dive in there and fight in that tight space with cold enchanted archers and a boss group of goats. More vitality. What res are more important? Fire, cold, light. It kind of shifts depending where you're at. Lightning and fire are generally the most important ones. Cold, you can always get more cold because you can drink thawing potions for 50 cold res. So whenever you want. And poison, you can drink antidote potions for 50 and poison res. So whenever you want, you can always go stock up on those. Right. Ooh, unique ring. SOJ? Mantled. Now, 20 to life. Still better than 5 fire res, so we'll use it. Might aura, so we're going to be extra cautious again. Just back it out. Nice and easy. No reason to be up on these dudes. We'll just let our damage from afar do the work.
I am overburdened.
Sure. And we go players 1 before we kill the Countess. Nice and easy. Tier rune, not great. No worries. And oops, let's go selling.
Greetings.
Sell, 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 sell. And repairs. Here we could also, if we want, start shopping for like plus to jab skill gloves. But for the most part,
I shall purge.
I'm
this
pretty happy
land
with
of the
30
shadow.
fire res right there. So we'll just continue. So what am I looking for right here, right? It's good to sometimes have a sense of what you want. So we can go rune words, D2R. And we can take a look at some of the rune words. Sort by level required. And we'll go down to where actually we're kind of like at, right around here. So Treachery is cool, but Lemrune's a little bit high. There's Co-Rune. The highest rune we can find is an Io. So we have to kind of look at everything here and below, right? Essentially here and below. So white we don't need. Bulwark is actually nice for a mercenary. Be okay for us, but we're pretty okay there. If we could find, you know, something for like Hearth, that'd be good. Cannot be frozen with some nice cold res. A little vitality, hit recovery. So Hearth would be interesting if we got Shale Io Thol or something. Wouldn't be bad. Shale Io Ort, also not terrible. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Lore is obviously good. 1 to all skills with 30 light res. Just very solid for us. Insight. If we were running, you know, like a different class, maybe. Like this can be something you can get for an Act 2 mercenary if you want to get like Insight plus Bulwark plus a nice armor. You can actually do some like decent things with that. But, you know, that ends up being just like, okay. And not really for us. Rhyme, like we talked about, cannot be frozen in 25 all res is decent. Ancient's Pledge we have. Stealth we have. Yada, yada, yada. The big thing I want to find is peace. There we go. Peace. 2 to Amazon skills. Little crit strike and some cold res right here. But 2 to Amazon skills is the main thing. And then a chance to cast Valkyrie on striking, which can be helpful just to have something survivable. So this is what I do want to look for. Shale, Thol, Am. I already have the Thol rune, so we're looking for Shale and Am rune. We can go back up to players 8 so we can actually get experience from mobs down here. I mean, there's still some to be gained, but more on P8. Some mobs. Poison javelin. And players 1 before we kill her. I promise I'm not cheating. Huh. Well, that was interesting. All right. Well, we've got peace.
Good to see you.
Now we'll run a couple more times because I am actually interested as well in Ort Soul. And this is a Demon Hide Sash, which gets us to 16 potion slots, and it also has 21 cold res.
Greetings.
Which is not too shabby at all. And we will refill our potions and keep going.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
Yeah, now there's no immediate rush to get the, also players 8, to get the piece going. We'll get there eventually. I also don't really want to reset my map currently because I have a really nice map. So I'm going to wait until I get everything I want from here. Might aura, so be careful. And we are now out of points to place. So now I'm going to go ahead and get a point in dodge, avoid, and evade. Gauntlets. Not really that useful, but it's okay. And go to players 1 before she dies. There's an port. Still need a soul rune.
Good day.
All just good money. Sell and buy that back.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
And go back up to players 8. Hello. Nice and easy. Be careful of the Might Aura and the Curse there, so just take it slow. Now, one of the nice things is you can actually get a lot of levels down here. So you can definitely level up to your high 40s just in the tower, and it's still like pretty good experience. And then that allows you to kind of push forward again, feeling a little bit safer. You have extra life, you have extra damage. You're going to kind of be more dominant as you do move forward. You also, at any point, could shift into lightning at this point. We are now, I'd say at like 36 and beyond even. If you want to start making that shift, you totally can. I'm happy enough just running poison, but it is always an option. Dodge, avoid, evade. Players 1. No soul rune. It's okay.
Good day.
Good day.
Okay. We'll go more Vitality Jam. Back to players 8.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
And just keep it going.
Impossible.
Nothing too fancy. Right now, hardcore bow is on. I've played through this game hardcore on all sorts of characters. If chat wants that to be the next one, then maybe that one can be the next one. But I'm pretty sure I have.
It's locked. Not enough mana.
Extra fast ghosts, a little bit scary because remember they can stack on top of each other to hit you. So, just be a little bit careful with them. It can also be a good idea to pick up some random jabs like this. Just to see, hey, can I get 20 IAS or something? Not bad. I see a bow warlock in the mirrored blades. Could be fun, honestly. We'll start working towards the Valkyrie. Why not? Okay, down to players 1. More vitality. Valkyrie prepared.
I am overburdened.
Another Ort.
Burdened.
Good day.
The order welcomes you.
So there.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
Good players 8. Sure. Interesting idea. What's the point of this when we can just use AI to guide us? That is a good point. I think if anything, we've proven that AI can definitely guide you. Or something like that. Lumrune. Wow. Well, now we may actually have to have a talk. Because smoke just entered our potential. And on hardcore, that might just be worth it, huh? There's one. Tearthal.
Good day.
Huh. So these are the sorts of things that you have to like consider and adjust and whatever, right? So now, like I said, smoke has entered the picture. And so whereas before we're getting 2 to Amazon skills, but only 30 cold res, now we're getting 50 all res. And I feel like that's too good to pass up. Again, this is hardcore. So I think we just got to go in on that. And this is where you just have to be flexible, right? You do things like, yeah, all right, we'll get it. We could also do Splendor for the +1 skills, but not really very hardcore viable in a way, I'd say. More vitality, players 8. Let's still go for the soul rune. I do want to get the Ort soul. It's not absolutely critical. You can, and sometimes it's even better to not run Ort soul, because again, remember this is hardcore, and while that is a little more damage with the plus to all skills, what also happens is I could get a, you know, bone helm or whatever, get a 3-socket grim helm, get a 3-socket crown, and put like Ral Ort Soul in that. And now I basically have a 30 all res helmet. And that's a little bit stronger for hardcore. Because I do have smoke coming, I feel more like, okay, my res are really going to be solid. I can invest a little bit more into damage there. But yes, the number one priority is staying alive. Remember that. Decoy. Okay, players 1. Come on, soul rune. Okay. We'll try a couple more times. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Good day.
We will go repair.
Good day. I shall purge this land of the shadow.
And sure, why not? Does decoy get life from battle orders? I believe so. If you cast battle orders after you cast decoy, I think it does. One of those situations that doesn't occur very often, so maybe I'm wrong. But I think it does. Alright, and we have a Valkyrie. She is only level 1. Does decoy gain battle orders if you cast battle orders? So level 1 Valkyrie is a little bit weak, but it is something, and it can just be a good distraction, which a lot of times is all that you need from a decoy or a Valkyrie. Just something to distract. It actually double dips. Oh, nice. It's based off your current life before you cast, and then the battle orders does an extra on top. Wow. The more you know. Go to players 1. I think we'll move forward after this one. I'm level 45. I feel pretty strong. Io am Ral. Wow. I mean, great drops, just not the ones we wanted exactly.
Good day.
All trash.
Good to see you.
Trash, 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 trash. Okay, so let's do a couple of things. The first thing we're going to do is just go to the outer cloister waypoint.
I shall purge
Because
this
we already
land of
have
the
this map, and
shadow.
that one is much more consistent with where it is. Keep going here. And there. Nice and easy. Favorite D2 build to play? I do love Frozen Orb.
So, this is the site.
Unfortunately, it's just not quite good enough, but it's very fun. I also like Bozons a lot, like Elemental Bozon. Honestly, I might make an Ice Maiden.
Good day.
Okay. And now we'll go back to normal. And we're just going to get a nice and easy 2 open socket armor. We can also look for a helm in the event we do find a soul rune. Okay, 2 open socket armor. Perfect. And we'll go back to Nightmare.
Good day.
And now I want to shop some fast run walk boots. I am level 46, so I can at least get 30 FRW. 40s may either be now or in a couple of levels. 74 life, but it was a light belt. Favorite build to play in controller? I don't want to play controller.
Greetings.
I honestly don't know what the best controller build is.
Good day.
Yeesh. Not able to spawn many boots right now. It's very unfortunate. Ugh, they just are. I'm gonna buy these light res. I know I have 30 fire res, but in the event that my fire res is just a lot better, we can put the light res on.
Yes.
There are some boots. Honestly, Act 2 is better for the boot shopping. So we may just end up doing that.
May I help you?
Hey, come on. See, I'd love just like 20 or 30 FRW. If they also get some additional boosts, like, you know, 25 to fire res or something, that'd be fantastic.
May I help you?
Best Uber build for controller? I mean, probably just still your
Yes.
smiter.
Good day. Yes.
30 fast run walk. There we go. Okay. And now, Neph Lum. And we have Smoke. 50 all resistances. Absolute banger. And now our res are maxed. I mean, Smoke is fantastic.
So,
Let's also
this is
do
site
the
of
den.
Andariel's atrocities. I shall purge this land of the shadow. I hear foul creatures about.
Just go P1 for the den.
Not enough mana.
Oh my god, you are like all up in my poison. Oopsies. And you might ask why I put that in such a low defense base, and it's because defense is pretty irrelevant. In later game, when you're like doing a little more, defense can start to have some relevance, but it's a pretty irrelevant stat overall, unfortunately. How do I get so much damage on my skill? Just leveling up, putting points in.
Greetings.
Okay. Outer cloister. Wait. There's 2 mobs remaining. I was like, where's my plus to skill? Should probably finish all the dudes off first, huh? I don't know what I was even
Perhaps
thinking
now
right there.
The sisters will trust you.
Got those weakened charges. That's right. Alright, Den of Evil done. Definitely looking for just like some white,
What nightmarish tortures
You know.
took place here?
maiden javelins or something that I can imbue. See what happens. Wow, binary. If I didn't keep getting mega random. It'd be 1600 already. So again, we're level 46. That's a pretty good level for Act 1 Nightmare. At this point, it's really just kind of go through.
This place is eerie.
What point do I respec? I could respec at any point here. And I'll probably end up respecing right before we get to Endario. Also, this is where I would start saying, if you want to start grabbing like the waypoints for farming, Endario can be a decent place to start farming in Nightmare there. So that would be kind of my recommendation, is maybe pick up the waypoint here, and then you can do a little Andy farm, try and find a couple, medium items. Nightmare Andy doesn't have all of the drop pool, but she can drop like SOJ and stuff, So, it ain't shabby. Yeah, respec is definitely anytime we want now. So we'll go ahead and do it now.
The Order welcomes you.
I was right. Alright, so we need 34 strength. Everything else is fine right now. We want 1 point dodge, avoid, and evade. At the very least, you do want a point in each of those. We want to max out Lightning Fury. And then I want to get into Charge Strike as well. So get these two maxed. And then we can go into Lightning Strike or whatever other strike from there. Just make sure I guess we want to get into Pierce. So Pierce is going to give us that chance for the Lightning Furies to go through. So we're going to go like this. I probably could go with like 1 or 2 more points into Pierce, honestly. So maybe once I max out Lightning Fury in a couple levels here, I'll put a couple more points there before I start putting into synergies. Otherwise, we'll go Vitality. And we will go Lightning Fury and Charge Strike.
Good day.
You cannot buy it back, no. We'll go to Players 1. And we'll kind of wait for her to join up with the group. You get more damage if they're grouped up. And nice and easy. Act 1 of Nightmare. Done of Nightmare.
Good day.
Repair, repair. Those away. This is also where the IAS is actually pretty useful to have too. And we can go back up to Players 8. And head out into Act 2. Level up. We'll finish out our Lightning Fury, and then we'll move forward. Why not get a Miter Freeze Merce? Because they just die pretty quickly. The sad truth of the matter. They're just not strong enough. Now, if I like gave them a smoke and a bulwark and an insight, yeah, they could actually last a little bit. They could join me on the adventure. Which we could technically do. I mean, we do have this smoke and we have the IO rune for Bulwark. And I can make peace for myself and give him that. I don't have a soul rune. I'd have to go get a soul rune to get him insight though. But like, that is possible. Lightning enchant's a little bit annoying. We'll leave that alone. If mercenaries cannot be revived on hardcore, nobody would have a mercenary ever. Because they were just, you'd never be able to keep it alive. Are we looking at farming a spirit later? Probably not. It's a very high strength requirement. Yes, it's decent. But it's kind of a later on item. Now, if I happen to find a 4 open socket spirit, even then it'd be hard to justify going 156 strength at this point. Generally, it's not until you have some stuff, you know, a Torch, an Annie, an Enigma, whatever, to kind of give you a lot of that strength that you want to make that much of an investment. On a Sorceress, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm more willing to make the investment because all that FCR is like so useful and stuff, the skills, but on this character, it's not useful enough for how much sacrifice you're giving up at this stage. Taurashes? Suburbs. Same thing, right?
Good day.
Stay a while and listen.
Okay, we'll go back to play. Sorry. Computer's still freezing. I thought we got past that. But I guess not. Guess we're not quite past that yet. It's probably the USB device. What? Why would the USB device make my computer freeze? My YouTube stream crashed. Yeah, I don't know why it's... Okay, hold up. Let me try this. I mean, it all crashed. My whole computer froze. Getting like a weird blue screen lately. That's super annoying. Clock, watchdog, timeout. Okay, let's try now. And I don't know. We've been trying stuff to fix it. It's just not fixing. Could it be OBS? I mean, I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. Like it could be, I guess. Hmm. Ooh. No. Ask AI why it crashed. It's a good idea. Might be worth updating OBS? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, wow. We're all the way back to the suburbs. I can't hear anything. Do you guys hear the sound? You hear it? Okay, why could I not hear it?
Stay a while and listen.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to my sound settings. Ah, that's why. Wait, what? Hold on, now you can't hear. Test it. No. Huh. I hate Windows, man. So you guys can hear that, but I can't hear this. What is happening? Oh, wait. Yeah, that's there. Options, audio. Audio default. Why is that not getting anything? Discord might have stolen it. Let me see if Discord fired up. No. Yeah, it all crashed. Hmm. Well, like, I'm not getting any sound in my game, which is super weird. Oh, there we go. Weird. I just had to restart Diablo. What up, Cody? I've been working a lot on it lately.
Good day.
So. Okay. I was like, wait, did it reset me all the way back to poison? But no. I do... My map is undiscovered, though. Okay. Alright, sorry. Small reset. I really thought I'd figured it out. I did a bunch of stuff to get it all figured out. I don't know what happened, so we gotta still look at why it's freezing.
Welcome to my shop.
Good day.
Okay.
Great. An eclipse. This just
Probably. Oh, we are on P. Okay. Damage is so good. It's just so much damage from this skill. Really. And you don't have to kill every single monster either. It's important to note that just killing like a majority of the mobs does enough. We'll continue with vitality. We're getting close to 1,000 life, which is really nice. Especially with this, because the more mobs you have clumped together, the more damage that you do. The less mobs, the less damage. So a lot of times trying to finish that final guy off, it's just not worth it. It's like, forget it. He's not gonna like die. Move on to the next big group.
Let there be light.
You can't end them all, you know. And always be careful of what your resistances are and what mobs you're facing. Right now, we know my resistances are high. They're all maxed out. So I can be a little bit more like, oh, yeah. Not as big a deal if I go in and fight some guys like that. You know, it's whatever. You will want to be a little bit more careful. Not like that. This isn't Diablo 2 Anime Edition. IO Dole. Doll Room doesn't really open up a lot of options for us. Nothing too exciting, so. But we did get the IO rune, so we could make, I guess we need another Shale rune. And we can make Hearth for the Cannot Be Frozen. Okay, again, we're going to go down to Players 1 before we do anything in here. Brother wants you to go Javazon for cows to nuke the screen. I mean, it is one of the best cow killers. Fire Warlock now up there as well. Very powerful. The AI taught you well, I see. Yes, I owe everything I know about this game to AI, clearly. Really? That was weird. I think he was actually under the ground at that time when I was trying to hit him. Just like was glitching out how it was showing him. Okay. We have our staff. We transmute it together. And we do our talky talk.
And we're the first to find this arcane fortress.
We did not get lore, no. Another IO rune. Wow.
It's locked.
Okay. Lightning Fury shredding more than you thought it would. Lightning Fury shreds. It is a shredder. Found 198 EDF Titans and cows. I mean, you can't ask for much better than that. You know what? I'm gonna go back to players one here. There's better areas than this. Oh, we respect out of Plague Jav. Yeah. Not there.
Good day.
Oh, hi. Am I the first to find this arcane fortress?
I have not shopped the lower res wand yet. We'll do that again in a little bit. Third way again. Okay. You know, top right is most often the correct way. Oh, thanks, AI.
Good riddance.
I love how when I pressed it on that, it was like, actually, yeah, that's not true. I'm just making stuff up.
Greetings.
You're right to question me on that. Okay, so now it is time to shop a lower res wand.
Ask.
How do we do that? We just come over here and you just look for lower resist charges. Fireball, bone spear. Nope, nope, nope.
Good day. Hello. Approach and let's trade. Ask and learn.
Uh-huh.
Good day.
What's my game called that I'm making? Llama RPG, Farm to Fable.
Ask and learn. Good day.
Now, this is not 100% necessary, but it does help a lot.
Approach and let's trade. Good day. Approach and let's trade.
Lower resist for 200k. Little expensive, but this is what we've been saving our money up for. Perfect. And we'll just put it in our cube for now. And we can also set it there and set the hotkey for it. Cool. So now we'll go to the moon. Can turn on P8 if we want. See what kinds of enemies we get here. More scepter and glowing orb are some money. Gems are some money. And remember, always picking up just like heavy armors and stuff can also be really good money. Now, I feel again a little more confident coming in here because I have 75 light res. If I did not have 75 light res right now, I would be probably on a lower players count fighting these guys in here. Or just like not diving into the room with them, right?
I can't
So
carry anymore.
that does a lot. We'll go for another points in Pierce. But you can see there's a lot of experience to be had. Continue with Vitality. And oops. Yeah, lots of leveling that you can do. You can just run around and level up there a bunch. 5 cold res. We'll keep that to the end. Put those away.
Welcome to my shop.
Get our favorite thawing potions. Chug them, even though we had 75, this actually also gives us 10 to max cold res. Now we have 85 cold res. We'll put this in here. We'll swap that. We don't need our telestaff there. Cast lower res. And it's going to be a little bit annoying. Put on 20 IAS. Just to attack a little faster. Nah, it's P1. Our charge strike doesn't have a ton of damage right now because we went so heavy in the lightning fury. So something that they changed in D2R is they actually made it so lightning fury is no longer a synergy of charge strike. So 20 points right now, normally that would be boosting up charge strike, are not anymore. So the damage there is going to be a little bit lower early on, and then eventually it catches up as you start getting a bunch of skill points later on. 17 life, 14 cold res. That is absolutely fantastic. We'll make a little charm section over here for ourselves. Stinky, thank you very much. Hope you're having a nice day. How's your stream? And we'll swap over to our telestaff.
Hello.
And just like that, give yourselves the clap, everybody. You are in act number 3. For the hardcore whirlwind barbarian. GG. Nobody gets to pass. Don't be modest. Everybody in here gets the clap. Proud of all of you.
What would this bring from the right buyer?
Okay, there are some ceremonial jabs. 109 dex requirements, a little higher than I would like. Honestly, again, especially on hardcore, I don't have as much desire. Would I pursue Crescent Moon for Mercenary? No, Crescent Moon only helps. I mean, Crescent Moon's still nice with the static and stuff, but the light doesn't help us. That only helps the Mercenary's lightning damage. I tried to PvP you and resurrected and you owned me with the firewall source. Oh man. Firewall was so good in the resurrected alpha beta there.
I can't carry anymore.
Darn. Ethereal, but only 1 open socket. If that was Ethereal 4 open socket, I would debate actually going back and gearing up the mercenary.
Not enough mana.
I would debate it. Okay, there's the Great Marsh. Hopefully we don't have to go through there, but, you know, maybe we do. Perfect. We did not. Now, we didn't find the spider cavern either, so we will have to do some finding. But you know, I'm a Hufflepuff, and Hufflepuff are great finders. We'll go players 8 to just get crazy, yummy experience out here. You would be a Hufflepuff? What's that supposed to mean? I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
I am overburdened. I need a key.
You're a Ravenclaw? Oh, I'd be a terrible Ravenclaw. Every week I'd come back to the dorm and they'd be like,
I am overburdened.
the new riddle password. Oh no. Oh god, what is it? Is it a sphinx? Is that no? Listen, what has 3 claws but 2? Oh gosh, tigers? I don't know, man. I'm gonna sleep in the hall again. There's a great, there's just like a white crown back there. That's not very good. And like we talked about before, this is a fantastic candidate for just 3 open sockets.
I can't carry anymore.
Nice, easy 3 socket with a socket quest. And now we can start putting points into Lightning Strike or any of the lightning synergies, doesn't matter. So just synergize with everything else.
Moo.
Only a Hufflepuff would have Debo Samuel in his starting lineup.
Look, Devo's going to go off this year, okay? He played well for Washington last year. Thank you very much. Devo was the wide receiver 1 there, I'm pretty sure. He's a little quirky. He's a little goofy sometimes. Oh wow, teleport charges on the amulet. That's fun. Who does Devo play for? Did anybody pick him up yet? Where's he at now? Nah, he was a free agent. I don't know if anyone grabbed him or not. He's not on a team. Yeah, well, you know what? Somebody will grab him. Like I said, he was literally the best wide receiver that they had. So.
Not enough mana.
Where do I go to farm after I beat hell with hardcore summon necro? I mean, summon necro you can farm a lot of places, honestly. I don't feel like you're stuck on just a single spot. Now he's gonna be, you know, a little bit slower, but like I say, he kind of has everything open to him, so. So now we're good sleeping. Let's see, go Bijan, and Gibbs. I guess the question is who comes in third. Not bad pick. Okay, now we will always be careful of Sark, especially when he's lightning enchanted. We can just avoid him.
Hello. Good day.
Wow, binary. Is it finally time for me to rank mustards? They're all gross. Not a mustard guy. Mustard seed flavor is just not that good of a flavor. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry to the people with bad taste buds. Lost my respect for you. Sorry I had to speak the truth. Exactly, Warren. Warren. Number one, my computer just froze again. What's the next thing we try?
This dagger will separate the faithful from the fallen.
Good to see you.
Now Dino Nuggies. Now we're talking. So haven't noticed any patterns? No, it's just random. I mean, it happens when I'm streaming, I guess. I don't think it has happened when I'm not streaming. Do I need to try plugging all my USBs into different USBs? Yeah, it's always the clock watchdog timeout thing. I did a memory test. That came out fine. I did a check disk. I did a restore on that. I updated all the drivers. Hard to say. Early stage core failure. Don't tell me I have to buy a new part. I think I did a stress test on the CPUs. I don't know. Can you send me a website that'll like stress test them and then we can see if that does it? I just upgraded to a few years ago.
I can't carry anymore.
Smart Neo.
Good day.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
All right, more vitality. Intel. Prime 95. That's the one. I have a 12,900, I think. I plan to check out Nuclear Dawn expansion. Oh yeah, when's that happening? Oh god, dolls. Remember what we said with dolls. Just don't fight. Don't fight them at all. Do you have to download Prime 95 from prime95.net? And then run it from there? Okay. Alright, I'll just do that on the background real fast.
Hello.
That's garbage. Don't do it in the background? Oh, okay. Well, it's good that we've had this discussion. Here's all I know. Everything worked fine. And then all of these companies, Microsoft, Intel, etc., started releasing all of these updates that were just absolutely wrecking my computer. Every driver update, every Windows update has been like slop galore, man. Well, that's how you know it's good, Binary. Monk stuff leaked it for D2R. I don't think we've seen anything about it yet. If it does exist. I don't think I'm overclocking anything, Jonathan. Okay, looks like probably an inside map. No. No. What a gross map. What a gross map. Yeah, I think I have the most recent BIOS version. I just went and like downloaded all those things. Intel keeps trying to get me to download some new thing though. From Intel Driver Support Assistant keeps telling me I need to download something new. Okay. We'll go ahead and drop to players 1. Honestly, players 8 would totally be fine for the trap here as well. But we'll go to P1. Sorry, choose. Fire Orb is great. It's a very fun one. Okay. Good enough. And we did the sewers. So let's just go Travancore. I like going Frozen Orb and then like Hydra. I think that's a fun variation. I'll move forward. I'm going to keep on P1 right here and just try to avoid dolls, because the biggest death sentence I would have is if I run into a pack of dolls and launch one set of lightning fury. That'll be the end of me. Would you play a game you know is AI created if it had an engineer testing and viewing overseeing most code design architecture, but all the story and art and stuff is human made? I mean, I don't know, like, if it's fun, I mean, I feel like the issue is, from a lot of the AI current, you know, these games and everything I've seen come out, a lot of it ends up generic. The coding and creation and whatever, like, it's good at kind of copying some other things here and there, but I just don't think you're gonna get that quality, but who knows. Okay, P1 for Mephisto. We'll put on lower resist. Now Mephisto hits very hard with his charge bolts. You want to have very high light res and cold res when fighting him. If you do not, you may want to stand back and throw lightning fury at him from afar. So that right there does a ton of damage if you don't have really high light res, and can just one-shot you straight up. Fortunately for us, we have high light res. Oh god, Neo.
Hello.
What do you need?
Okay, we'll repair. We'll stick players 1 for right now, because we want to find Isual. There we go, we found Isual. We'll resist him. tier rune. Nice and easy. Perfect. And we can go players 8 now.
Hail to you, champion.
What do you need?
Repair those charges, why not? Plus 2 more skills, 2 more lightning strike. When's the new season? Probably like a month, month and a half, 2 months. I think it's somewhere in that range. They never exactly tell us.
I need mana. I need mana.
Try and kind of gather some mobs together. We are on P8. Okay, where's that message at, Warren? Easiest hardcore class to do 1 to 99? Maybe a trap assassin? I feel like it's like a solid option that's pretty strong going through. Ah, perfect. Little slower than some of the others. You could also look at just like a Hammerden. Very powerful, though you are a little bit more in the way. But I'm not sure there's any class I would say that is an easy 99. Okay, let's go to P1.
I can't carry anymore.
Sure. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get like good life, max block, high res on the paladin, which is really nice. Okay, like we said before, always be careful of Hephaesto. This damage isn't too bad right now.
I need mana.
And let's see what we get here. Doll rune. Pretty disappointing. I'm gonna say, this is where, like, if you get a Lem rune, Treachery now becomes a huge win. If you get a Ko rune, you can look at some stuff. You know, there's some options, but Doll rune doesn't really give you anything, so unfortunate. It's okay, we got our Lem rune for our smoke earlier. Okay. Get it. Turn. When's Mosaic coming back? I don't know. I thought it would be back by now, to be honest.
Moo.
Texa, thank you. Ten to life and 15 to life. The 10 to life is probably a little bit too not enough, but I'll take a 15 to life large charm. And 8 hit recovery. Probably can drop that, to be honest. 2 open socket mask, okay. We can use that for some resistances in the future if we need, or hey, thanks, Bernice. Appreciate that. Mwah. Saigons, everybody take a drink. Best to do with light immunes in hell? Yeah, you just go past them. Just avoid them. When we get to hell, we'll show more of that.
I am overburdened.
Okay, when I tele over here, I just want to like do a quick look before I go over to make sure I'm going somewhere safe. And then we can even run back. We don't need to tele over and get jumped. Yeah, blind tellies in hardcore, especially when you're teleporting knowingly into a Desace boss group or something. Yeah, you just don't need to do it. We can go players 8 for this boss group. Just abuse this a little bit.
I need mana.
Let's go repair. FCR, no thank you.
Greetings.
Get some more of these. And if you don't have good fire res as well, be very careful here. A lot lot of potential damage.
I am overburdened.
Okay, now we'll go players 1 for Diablo.
Not even death can save you from me.
And we do want to be careful with his lightning. We can no longer stand underneath it by getting close enough. That has been patched out. So we are going to dodge left and right. And if he freezes us, then we back off a little bit.
I can't carry it.
And come back in. And just like that, give yourselves a clap. Act 4 of Nightmare is done.
What do you need?
You're breezing through this. GG. Nothing good there. Oopsies. I'll go like that. Well, it would have to come back fixed, Tyson. Not in the old form.
The siege must be stopped.
They dodge all the projectiles. Or we just don't die, Henri. And again, we are at the player's 8 point of farming. So here you can farm up to about 70 if desired. And arguably even faster
I am burdened.
than before. Wow, look at that belt. 46 to life with 13 cold res. Nice. Love to see it.
I can't carry more.
And a little bit of mana. I mean, that's not bad either. Put a socket in it and put like a Rao rune.
I am overburdened.
Good afternoon.
Hey, we got the nice, cool ground effects. Islam making it look easy. I mean, I got the idea to do more with this because I was watching the Age of Empire pros
Good afternoon.
do this, you know, thing. Another one. And that one's got light res. I might keep that. Oh, that's better res. We might do that one. And I was like, how do they just go through it so easy? It's so mesmerizing to watch. I was like, wait a second. I can do this before.
Salutations.
I can do this too in my own way. So yeah, I'm just picking up gold right now. Picking up levels. Not a big deal. And like this is the easiest like leveling. It is just so easy here.
Good afternoon.
The beds in the harem can be looted. Whoa, really? Did not know that. Send me that video. Well, I guess if it has a bunch of wrong things too. You never quite enjoyed getting to this point with Javazon. Endgame is fun, but getting there isn't. I almost would think the opposite, which is kind of funny. I feel like she plays so well through the game. She's such a fun character to get there with because you can just be like players 8, blowing stuff up. Dominating. And then endgame, I'm like, ah, she's a little bit too good, maybe.
How may I be of help?
Yeah, but that's Binary's favorite content.
Good afternoon.
I mean, yeah, maybe hacks. My thought is, ooh, nice. 1917 with 20 IAS. Yes.
Afternoon.
Yes, please. IAS is just like super nice and helpful in this character, so. My thought is, what you put into a game is what you get out, or anything that you create, right? When you're doing something like making a game, when you're doing something like making, you know, a piece of art, whatever it is, what you put in is what you get out. So the general thought problem I have with having AI code the game
Good afternoon.
is that it's kind of like all of the AI coded websites that people have right now. They all look the same. And a lot of them are filled with lots of fluff and lots of errors and lots of things, you know, that are just like, meh. Now, there's some useful pieces to them. And it's not to say that they're completely worthless in every regard. I'm not trying to hate on them or anything, but a lot of people have made like D2 websites that will, you know, have a lot of D2 info together and whatever stuff. And a lot of them just they look the same, they feel the same, they have the same sorts of weird errors and stuff. There's a lot of sameness to them. And I think AI games will have that same thing. I think AIs are going to build games just kind of the same way. Even if you give it different inputs and stuff, like I say, I've seen probably like 7 people, at least, maybe even more, between Diablo 2 and Path of Exile. I would say I've seen about 12 sites, and I'm not even really looking for them, of ones that bring together information about the game. What all the rune words are, what all the affixes are, blah, 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 blah. You know, item values, yada, yada, yada. Every single one of those sites could have been the exact same site from just a, like, aesthetic standpoint and fluff standpoint. They are so, and that's with 12 different users giving them 12 different sets of inputs. It still somehow continues to arrive on the exact same website. So I feel like with games, it'll be a similar idea. It's gonna end up with very similar dialogue in all of them. Very similar looks, very similar functions and mechanics and all of the everything. Favorite sound. So but you know what? Prove me wrong. Like, go make a game with it, and maybe it makes an award-winning game that's amazing. I don't know. Vitality dump. Also, we're level 61. I could have kept going right there. You know, you saw how fast I was leveling on Eldritch. Very easily could have, you know, just continued doing Eldritch. Go to 65, 66, 70. Grab the waypoint and go back. I'm also going to go to players 1.
At your service.
More points over here.
How may I be of help?
$91 mana on a ring is almost worth more than 20 life. Or 9 light res. If it wasn't hardcore, I would use that 91 mana ring over one of those 2 rings. Okay. Now, there can be souls down here. Again, if you don't have good light resist and you run into souls, reset. Just like, don't chance it, you know? There they are. Thankfully, I have really good light res. So I can just kind of tank them right now. In Hell, it would still be a little scary. In Nightmare, it's not as scary. And we'll get even more resist now with 10 all res on top. And that's really boosting us. Our res is really starting to look good. Bum, bum, bum. Oh god, binary. And I'm still blown away at how well they remastered this game. Now you'll see we're starting to run into lightning immunes. And my answer to that is avoid them. Right? Don't fight them. They're not worth it. Just run away. And rune. Too many people. I mean, that's a constant question people have for me. Mr. Lamer, there's these tainteds in the Ancient's Way that are lightning immune, and I only deal lightning damage. How do I fight them? You don't. That's the answer. You don't do it. You just go. Say not for me. Okay, we'll go ahead and go here. Make sure our hotkey is set. Stone skin, curse. Oopsies. Best character to kill every monster without reset? Probably a magic character. Magic Warlock. Pretty dang strong for it. Or you can play a hybrid build. You'll be able to kill most everything.
Afternoon.
Or eventually Sunder Charm and stuff, then you can. But that's not like on a playthrough. Melt it all, melt it all. Best place to find us under Helendario. What else is new? Until they hopefully patch it next patch. But we'll see. I'm not a dev.
Moo.
Thank you, cheater. Okay, level 2. Here I do recommend getting the waypoint. Mostly because it's just some added safety if you need to save quit. But additionally, sometimes you just get a bunch of lightning immunes in your throne room. And you don't want to, spend time lower resisting them and killing each of them, so. Grabbing the waypoint can just be easier, just reset. Yeah, fair enough, Brian. We are level 63. Pretty high level considering we're just at the end of Nightmare. Pretty normal level for what I would recommend to someone. Very high level for what level I usually am at the end of Nightmare. But again, this is a hardcore guided playthrough, so we're going to be a little bit slower. Try and guide you through a little more. Okay, we'll make sure we're players 8 for the waves, 10 to life, 10 light res. I know, farmers, it's awful. Oh no! It's a good example of really annoying. He doesn't spawn lightning enchanted often, but when he does, it'll ruin your day. We could spend a long time trying to kill him. Or we can just come back. We'll keep the 10 light res. Buy those guys back. And we'll just reset it. Not a big deal. And we get more experience anyways. On the way. Bale waves are just like great experience, and the World's Stone Keep is just good experience anyways, so if you have to spend more time here, that's okay. Yeah, I'll be curious to see if they delay it or not. There's another shell rune, so now I believe we have everything we need if we wanted to make a hearth. Would be interesting. Will I do more guided hardcore playthroughs? We'll see how this one goes, I suppose. If I die... That suck, huh? Have to hero edit the character back live and pretend, right? Just kidding. I guess if we die, we start it over, huh? More lightning strike. Players 8. Lightning Enchanted. Not as bad of a Lightning Enchanted. Like, still annoying, don't get me wrong, but more doable.
I need mana.
Gotta stop rolling Lightning Enchants here. Alright, we'll go players 1 for wave 2. Just in case we roll it again.
Salutations.
Life Leech wouldn't really help here. Wave 3 will go players 1, because that is going to be Lightning Enchanted. And I'm actually going to do a lower resist when they drop, and then shoot. We'll go to players 8 for wave 4. Just for big experience. And we'll do the same for wave 5, noting that we do want to get a low resist drop first. Everybody's low resisted. And we don't have to kill Lister. Just kill everyone else. That's good enough. Okay. Go down to players 1. Go heal really fast. Go repair really fast.
At your service.
3 to lightning skills. Very nice.
The World Stone.
And head to Mr. Bale.
My brothers will not have died in vain.
Kind of annoying with the clone. Not a big deal. Charge Strike is now really starting to take over in terms of boss kill damage. And just like that, nice and easy. Give yourselves a clap. They did it. It's very true. Scott. You have just completed Nightmare. How easy was that? Let's go see what Anya's got for us. Anything but what you need, huh? So, let's take a little brief look at where we're at the end of Nightmare. We're level 66. Plenty enough. If you want to keep going, you can do more Bale Waves, you can do more Eldritch runs, whatever. Lots of people like to farm into the low to mid 70s before they go into hell. I think this is a good enough level. I'd say be at least level like 62, 63, something like that. But, you know, 66, 67, whatever, you know, 71, 72. You can do all sorts of things. 34 strength, all I really need. You could definitely have up to like 60 strength, I would say, if you find a really nice plated belt, If there's some other gear that just is like super solid, you have a kite shield that you're using, a decent helm, you know, whatever, right? A crown is 55 strength. So that'd be probably the max I have there. You could maybe have some dexterity for like some nice maiden javelins or something. That would be what I would consider. Otherwise, max vitality. Stats, we are max charge strike, max lightning fury, and then 111, and then 5 in pierce. You can also start putting points down towards Valkyrie just to start like boosting a Valkyrie out if you feel like you really want this in hell, which it can be useful to have a Valkyrie or even a decoy, just something to take a mob away for a second. Now, level 1 Valkyrie is going to be kind of weak. You definitely want to have a lot of more points in it. There's still a lot of damage points here, so you have to consider how exactly you want to run all of that. For our gear, I've just got a 20 IS and 1 to Jav and Spear skills. I'm just kind of like using these guys right now. You can always do some shopping and pick up, you know, whatever things. I actually do like throwing spears. They're a higher quantity. You get 120 instead of 90. They throw a little farther, I think. And you can, you know, just pick them up right here, so that can be decent. We've got this gemmed cap. We've got a couple other potential options when we get to hell of some light fire res here. Socket, I could do something. Cold poison res that I could socket and put like a Ral or Ort rune in. You know, just some variety options there. 10 all res, Ancient's Pledge. We made a smoke. I would have peace otherwise here. Really nice gloves we found. 20 IS with dual res. Haven't really gotten rings though today. 9 light res and 20 life. Like our rings kind of suck, honestly. These are very bad considering everything. Decent belt. And then 30 fast Warlock boots. So definitely still some gear upgrades to be had. Then just res and life on the charms. Telly staff. Low res. So that kind of is a lot of the stuff that we have right here. Here's just kind of some runes. You know, we can make a few things here and there. Some gems. We're honestly pretty close to being able to make a prismatic amulet. Just cube, you know, like get 1, 1, 1, or 1, 1, 1 more flawless. Cube all those together there with an Ami and get a little bit higher all res. So that could be something. But that will be the end of part Nightmare. And then, yeah, we'll cut the video here and then we'll do part Hell. Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube.